chair shots. Get it right.
And you're hanging with the bad guys.
Heels, pumps, and chair shots. Get it.
Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Vic the Villain here. Let's see who's making their way to the ring.
Pretty. You heard?
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
This is what happens when we don't practice. Old school.
I'm very apropos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. We thank you for joining us. We hope you are blessed and safe in your nice, happy homes. And thank you again for subscribing, because we know you did that. I think that's a familiar face we see over there. Isn't that our big brother Foul? Foul original?
Oh, shit.
Is
Yo.
it?
Oh, shit. Yo. How the fuck did I get in here?
Hey.
Are you lost?
You left the back door open.
Yeah, man, I took the wrong turn and turning at Albuquerque, and I just turned up here. All right.
Albuquerque.
Welcome to the East Coast. Thanks for being with us, Foul. How you doing, brother? How you been, man?
I'm doing real well, man. I'm really excited to be here. I haven't been here for a very, very long time. You guys just fucking showing me up with your production values now, and I'm here just no fake screen anymore. Now I'm really, really happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me this evening, guys. Like, it's awesome.
This motherfucker said that the day we fucked up all the production.
I was trying to put you over. What the shit is this? We started on time. We did everything perfect. No fuck ups at all. Audio pristine. Yeah, everything went just perfect.
Scripts
I mean,
is already
if you ask
written.
Brandy Rhodes, right? It's pristine.
Ooh, I think we're gonna get into that. But we're gonna get into that. But wait. First of all, first things first. You too, sir, have been a little bit MIA as of late. The fans haven't been seeing our quote unquote champion for the past couple weeks. Congratulations, my brother. And if you don't know already, what we're talking about, Mischief has been blessed and brought another new little person to the world. Talk to him a minute, Mischief.
Yeah, I got a daughter.
I'm gonna open this up real quick.
It's crazy.
Congratulations, dude.
Oh,
It is.
I'm happy to be back, though.
I'm
No sleep
just
necessary,
drinking, dude.
baby. Let's get it. Ooh,
Team
what
Dad,
you
baby.
Ooh, Ricochet.
oldie but a goodie, right?
Right.
But I'm back. Better than now. Let's go.
That's right, baby. We got a lot of business to take care of, and it has to be some business that you coming back. But let's get into it. We have a new buyer, gentlemen, for that. You remember that league, that XFL league? That remember that we wasn't gonna do no more. We're not gonna play no more. You no quiero jugar. No, I'm not gonna play. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has purchased the XFL, gentlemen. What does that mean? Foul, talk to us.
God damn. I mean, I know getting stuck, like XFL was stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I guess it picked its direction. Like,
Pick the Rock.
Pick the rock. We always pick the rock. Always pick the rock. Now, you know what? Yeah, this is just the Rock, yeah, taking over the world, thing by thing. He's taken Hollywood. I saw a tweet the other day, like he's taken Hollywood, he's taken wrestling, he's taken production, film production. Now he's doing football. Yo, I'm down for this, and full circle, because The Rock was on that first episode of the XFL, and it's like just thinking about that, like he was there from the beginning, and you know, during the original days, those days. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think it's a very interesting purchase, but The Rock wouldn't do it unless there was like he saw some potential and saw some money there.
Facts on facts.
Bro,
I thought he just got lost on the sets of Ballers, but I mean, apparently not. It's a thing. He's doing it.
Yeah, he could be method acting. Maybe he's gonna be like Howard Hughes or some shit, and he's a method acting right now. He's like, I'm just gonna buy everything, and like I'm gonna own the world.
There's got to be millions of dollars in that investment, bro. Like, football is football, and America just wants more of it. And the XFL was actually pretty fucking good this year.
Hmm?
Yeah?
You know what I think it is? It's going to be a good rebranding.
Oh. I want to see some cool ass Under Armour fucking merch and
Yo, Under Armour
logos
has to
and all
be,
that
like,
shit.
the official sponsor of the XFL now.
Yeah, word. Word. This got to be a come up. Level up, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Damn.
Speaking of leveling up, let's level down, like all the way down. Let's hit rock the fuck bottom. Speaking of the Rock, let's talk about Marty Jannetty.
Ay, Dios mío.
What y'all
All
mad
the way
at?
rock bottom.
Oh yeah.
What y'all mad at this week, Benji?
I don't understand how you could rock bottom yourself. He rock bottom himself. Nobody was even asking him no question about no blowjob he got from the back of some fucking place. And he killed the motherfucker about it. Yo, nobody asked him. Nobody. Like, he's just out here just like, hey, you want to hear a fucking crazy story? Yo, what? Shut the fuck up, you psycho. What is that? Now an investigation has been opened. Like,
but they said it's not gonna be anything hands-on. So they literally said, all right, I'm gonna give him a chance. Like, we're gonna look into it. We'll get to it. And then
Work or
people
shoot.
really no, he shot. Oh no, he hit him with a brick, right?
It's a brick city.
Several times,
Brick
over and over
City.
again. Like, you know, the worst, if you read the account afterwards, you know, when he's like reiterating what happened, and like people are like, his friends said don't speak to anyone, TMZ are coming to his door, and he's like, nah. So instead of speaking to anyone, he just goes back to Facebook and goes, and actually, so you all know, yeah, I didn't just kill him, there was a brick there and stuff, and like that's what I used, but I didn't just do it once. As I felt the life come out, like, it's a really graphic account of what happened. Like, it's a witness testimony, but shit, man, like I've been saying to a few people, Marty Jannetty's got some shit going on, man. Like, he has been for a long time, and you can tell that he's going to be probably one of the next tragic stories, which is really sad. Like, because
Dark Side of the Ring, season 3. We need something.
Let's get to it. You can record now, so
after the barbershop window, again.
It's a bunch of crazy,
through the cutting glass or something like that. Like,
We
A
gotta
little bit off the top.
there's nothing but wild stories out there. And speaking of wild stories, there's some wild stories going on about one Karrion Kross. Talk to your boy, pretty chubby Flacco. Hugo Sabinovich has claimed that Karrion Kross was actually a hitman for the Mafia back in the day. What's up with that?
I mean, is this kayfabe?
I don't know, bro.
Is talk about staying in character, huh?
It's just these suspect ass guys with their name Hugo. I can't really put trust into.
Fuck them. That's what I say. Fuck them.
You sure do. Hugo, pretty chubby.
Bro,
fellas.
Hugo's been known to like work people. Like, he works people. So
Yeah.
He's like the National Enquirer of wrestling news. Like,
It's
he
another
goes,
day at the office. It's another day at the office, guys.
he was also.
It's just because he was Killer Cross.
Didn't Hugo announce? Didn't he report that Vince McMahon was trying to sell WWE to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
I thought he did though. I thought he did. I
No,
thought
no,
those
stop.
guys on the plane were collateral.
Yeah, wasn't that what that was?
Just sold their soul, not their intellectual property.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah, that. Fuck them. Exactly that.
Kyle?
Kyle. Shout out to Kyle, guys. I want to get into this. I saw this. Glad that you're here, because give me your insight, man. Lance Storm has been talking up a storm. No pun intended.
Nah, you meant that shit, bitch.
Yeah, kind of.
No, the pun is coming later.
He has a beef with intergender matches. To his point, here's the short of it. He thinks that women wrestlers are being forced to participate in these matches while they're uncomfortable. How do you feel about that?
So I saw the tweet he put out, and I've seen like the stuff from Kylie Ray and like a few other female, like Jordan Grace, and people that fight men like on an intergender basis, and I've seen fucking Cornette. So like, what's really interesting about all of this is that he's kind of said that he has no issue with intergender wrestling. But what, as you said, he's been speaking about, there's been certain times when, like, women that have just come out of, like, training, and so they're fresh on the scene, just like would have been with guys, have been put up against guys that they don't know, and they've had these matches in, like, indie feds and stuff, and those matches have led to injuries, or obviously we don't know if anything else has happened, but either way, that's what he's not comfortable with. I kind of am with him on that, but at the same time, I'm not, like, because how do you learn? Like, the only way you're going to learn is if you go on if you go and make your own path. It's going to be harder for a woman, but if you're going to say you can't have these matches, you automatically, like, look at what's happening. Obviously, this will be told later on, but look what's happening with the AEW women's division. If they were allowed to fight the dudes, if we got to got to see, I don't know, LuFisto go up against, like Jake Hager, yeah, that's a match right there. If we got to see, like, Nia Jax, not Nia Jax, I keep saying Nia Jax, and I fucking hate every time. It's because I'm thinking with the wrong. If we took Nyla Rose, we took Nyla Rose. It's like, it's a fucking the worst.
Same shit, right?
One of them can wrestle, one of them can't. So we're talking about Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose, like, if she fought, say, Jake Hager, that's a believable fight. Yeah, it's believable, and that's an interesting angle. You know, like, she just goes, "Oh, Inner Circle be fucking with me," and then she just goes, "Well, I'm gonna go fuck with you. I'm gonna fuck with the biggest guy here. I'm gonna go take you out," and that's a really interesting match. But how do you learn to have a match against someone else unless you have the match? I think that Lance Storm brings a very interesting point, though, and, like, a lot of women have been, especially recently, we found out they've been taken advantage of in more ways than we ever would have imagined. But if they're gonna get put up against some dickhead who isn't really even gonna, and they're not gonna get paid the same by the promoter anyway, you're basically paying them out there to put their bodies on the line for nothing. And people are going to shit on it afterwards anyway, and then tell them they can't wrestle, man. Like, but yeah, it's Lance Storm being Storm. I like Storm. I think that he brings some really, really interesting points a lot of the time. And he's a straight shooter. Like, there's no bullshit with him. He's just straight up. He's like, this is what I think, and fuck you. And in that tweet, he made a spelling error. That's how serious he was.
The big takeaway.
One of the tweets of a fan was, "If I can be serious for a moment," and then he went on to bash Storm.
Hold on, but there's something to what he's saying, though. Like, there is a pressure to perform, and if a promoter has all the power, then they can pressure women to perform. Like, I'm sure there are some women who don't feel comfortable. Like, for every Jordan Grace, there's got to be another woman that's not comfortable wrestling men.
Right. I think it's more of a culture problem. I think it's more of an issue with the culture backstage, and how, you know, how deep is it in their old ways and old habits, you know?
But it can
probably gonna be.
It can turn around too. Like LuFisto, she came out recently when CZW / WSU sold their library,
a lot of
and
vendors.
They re-edited everything, so it became exactly. So, like, there you had women on women, and it turned out much, much worse.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
You know what it is, though? I think that people are looking at it like in a kind of, and it's really weird. It's kind of like protect the women. Like, it's been done in almost a way. Like, it's really interesting. Like, we've heard from a lot of women now saying we want to have these matches. Like, Candice LeRae was having hardcore matches, and you see the pictures of her like in a hardcore. I didn't even know about that until after she joined NXT, and I was like, she did what? And it gave me, like, an extra respect for her. She shouldn't have had to do that to gain my, like, extra respect and me to go, like, she's a real wrestler. But I was like, she had hardcore matches as well. God damn. And she was, like, blading and everything. And I think it just adds an extra dimension to a lot of female wrestlers that really need it. Like, because otherwise they get pigeonholed really easily, or they get told to release the pigeons on a regular basis. Either way, it's not good for their career.
Yeah, I totally see Candice LeRae shitting on everybody in the division. You get thumbtack super kick to the face in the indies, you can do anything in my book. And I just feel like she fits that description totally. I wanna put Lance Storm here on the pin, and let's place him over here, not throw him away just yet. We'll get back to that name, but there is more new news, if that makes sense. Retribution? What does that mean to anybody, guys?
Who?
What is Retribution all about?
I don't know. They're like this chaotic group, right? That just does acts of anarchy, right? Just very much like Antifa, right? And
You don't say.
but they're courteous enough to tell you when they're gonna strike because they're coming back next Monday, and they told you their name, and their name is Retribution.
Oh.
They play that.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Those-
Retribution. Oh.
So those cocktail drinks that they were drinking, was that Fireball? Were they chugging Fireball shots?
That's why they missed. That's why they missed the generator because they were fucking wrecked.
You know what it was? It was that
Over
blue
there,
drink
guys.
from our little tailgate.
Ooh, like that? You remember that?
Not that much, to be honest.
No.
That means I was good. That means I was good.
The punch that'll
Like
put
I
you
drank
in
some and I woke up in my bed, so I don't.
And
You woke up in
y'all
your
remember
bed.
that WrestleMania?
You weren't drinking hard enough.
Me either.
I don't remember shit about that WrestleMania.
I was freezing my balls off at that
I
WrestleMania.
remember that.
I'll tell you that.
I was.
fucking-
You know where I was not is stuck in that rain. Afterwards.
Oh
What
yeah.
WrestleMania was this? The one in Jersey. What number?
30, 34,
35.
35, 35.
36.
No,
Man, my
35.
son's gonna kill me.
No, wait,
35?
it was 34.
No.
35 was this
That's
year.
how good the drink was.
Alexa, what WrestleMania was
I
last
lost the
year?
whole year. Mania to mania.
Here's something I found on the web. According to slideplayer.com, Linktree Alto Sid Ingot Nubercat designed for storm drains.
Not
Alexa,
what I
shut
asked
the
you.
fuck up.
Alexa, shut the fuck
Oh, yo, that happens to me all the time, yeah. I have to put my fucker on mute.
Alexa,
Gentlemen.
who's your daddy?
Gentlemen.
Man, speaking of who's your daddy, let's go Raw Underground.
Oh, let's get.
Ooh.
Speaking of who's that, let's go. Remember, yo, this felt like. Remember when McDonald's went plant-based? Me either. This was amazing. I loved it. Tell me about it, guys. Shout
I
out
love
to
this
Sport, blood,
Yeah.
sport, blood, sport.
I loved this shit, yeah.
Shout out to Blood Sport. Yes.
I loved this shit. So, like, I don't normally. So, obviously, I'm from the UK, yeah. And I mean from the UK, it means that I have to be up at stupid o'clock, like fucking 4 a.m. for stuff like this. But it's props, it's fine. But like for when I was watching Raw, yeah, when I was watching Raw, it starts at 1 a.m. So it starts at 1 a.m. and then it finishes at like 4-ish. So if I'm gonna watch Raw, that's like a pretty big commitment from me. Normally it's shit. So I'm like, normally I'll just watch it the next day. But this week, you know, Best in the World coming back, I was very excited. Everyone was excited. He was wet with perspiration before I was even, you know, able to come on screen.
What
Like,
is it about
and you know,
Shane that brings people like? I don't get it. Like,
I gotta say about Shane, yeah. Like one thing about Underground, I feel like it's the best area for him. It's like a tropical jungle, so his sweat like feels like it's part of the like that aesthetic. That's the first thing I remember. I was like, you know what he's done? Yeah, he's got all this shit. He's in a jungle because then he can go. This is why.
Shane is the worst part of it.
No. Okay,
He's
Shane
so
was the best
corny
part.
on
Yeah.
the mic.
No.
Oh, this is going on. This is going on. Look at that.
That's why I loved it because it was
This is
like
amazing.
it was
Underground. Oh,
okay.
look at these girls. They're naked. Oh my god.
okay.
Oh my
What I
God,
loved
I'm a
about it
married man,
is,
but dance on it.
like, it felt like Shane McMahon going around and explaining all of this to Vince. He's like, look, so they're fighting and they're fighting. Look, sexy women. Oh, look, we're in Underground. Like, this is all him explaining it to Vince because Vince would watch it later and go, I don't know what the fuck was going on. And he's like, listen to the commentary.
I can see that.
I
Like,
don't
this is
want
whole.
him to do it.
This
Listen,
is so clear.
I loved what it could be. I hated this version of it, but I loved what it could be. I think that Shane is over the top, and I think he'll learn, right? Like, obviously, it's fucking patient zero, right? Like this is the first one, so we'll see what happens. But fuck, like if it even gets close to Bloodsport, like that would be a fun third hour of Raw.
But I think that's the thing. Like, you have to have people that know how to shoot in order for this to work. If it's just like two football players who have never had any type of combat training outside of learning to like work a wrestling hold,
It's gonna be a rough sell.
yeah.
Dude, but yo, they got their Thatchers, they got their Riddles. These
Absolutely.
matches can just
Yeah, but that's not what we saw in episode 1. We saw a bunch of jobbers in episode 1.
Yo, but you
And
weren't gonna get all
Babatunde.
the juice in
Right.
episode 1, dog. Like
Like,
yo,
it looks
you
like
got
they found it.
Eric killed it, yo. He fucking killed it out there.
No, they did.
On
They
the
did. But I'm
Viking
just saying. But he
Raiders?
fought a jobber, somebody that nobody knew about, and nobody expected to win. And every match was like that we saw. And it seems like you just found another portion of the show to put jobbers on. And I'm not already a fan of this UFC and WWE Pro Wrestling merger that's been fucking brewing ever since Brock Lesnar's return. But I mean, whatever. It's here and whatever. I'm gonna give it a chance. It can be. I feel like it can be something better because maybe we do get Matt Riddle's and Brock Lesnar's, Lashley's and Brock Lesnar's.
You might not get,
Still better than Brawl for All. Right. So
think about like
Yeah.
yo, right. Think about that, right? Like we can get like these matches don't count for anything. They just fucking like get it out. Dana Brooke has already been out there like saying she wants a piece of it. Like
Liv
think about
Morgan
Dana Brooke.
Let's get the ladies involved.
Well, this is something we can build people on, like Sonya Deville, right? Legitimate MMA background. Put her in there. Have her tear people up.
But Shayna Baszler.
I like that. I think almost this could work the WWE's advantage, and you could build the MMA cred without having to refer to UFC or anywhere else or Pride or anywhere, and just say, "Did you see what they did in Underground?" And those people that like the Jessamine Dukes of the world, like the Shayna Baszlers, because Baszler came back out, and I'm thinking, all right, if you put Baszler in Underground and got her to beat a bunch of jobbers for the next few weeks, that keeps all of that in its own little bubble, so you're not affecting whatever Vince bullshit is going on or whatever, like, and you just keep that there. You build them up almost like an NXT inside Raw, and that's what I saw. It's like a whole other world. Like, they kind of camped it up a bit, you know, and there's that big dude standing at the door, and that guy came with the coffees, and he's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck what that was. But
that's the big ninja. That's the big ninja.
I
feel like that was for Vince. I feel like that was for Vince. The dude would have shit his pants if Vince was really watching, but like, you know, to keep for his humor. But it was really interesting, and like, obviously, I put like a video out because the first thing I thought of was Secrets of the Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like,
I saw that. I saw that. That was hilarious. The whole intro match.
I was sitting there and I was like, this shit looks familiar. This shit looks really familiar. And so I put out like a picture version. No one cared. Reddit cared a little bit.
You
I was
nailed
like,
it with the voiceover. That shit was hilarious.
Mech, man. But like, I thought it was really interesting. And you know what? The one thing, and I think you guys said it as well on Twitter as well, is fans ask for a change, and you give them a change, and then they shit over it. Yeah. And the thing with this case is that's fucking preach right there, because like, we got something totally different. Like, you know, the way it was introduced, the aesthetic. We still got the Kevin Dunn, like, but like that's his thing, isn't it? Yeah, like, you can't help but just chop through like everything. But it was interesting, and Shane looked a little bit weird, but I added to it. Like, when the Hurt Business came out, he was like, "It's fine, the Hurt Business, we'll see you next week." And I was like, well, who the fuck are you doing this for? Like, because isn't this like an underground club? You don't need none of this shit. But it was interesting, and it was different.
For sure. I thought
if me said watch it.
I thought they were involved with Retribution at one point, and that was going to be some kind of tie-in. I like how they did all of that at the same time and keep us guessing, at least. So whoever was watching Raw was like on their toes, at least. Oh, that's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, as someone that was up from 1 o'clock till 4:15 to watch it at the time, I was invested. I was live tweeting, and I properly was. Like, normally I'll get to like an hour in, or I'm like, oh fuck it, I know what the main event is. It's some bullshit, and I go to sleep. But I didn't know what was going to happen all night. It was a really good overall episode. Like, it was an entertaining 3 hours, and I've not been able to say that about Raw for a very, very long time.
That's
now,
true.
what if we get like, all right, so like to your point, we don't know what's gonna happen in Underground. We never know what's happening on Underground, right? But then we get that occasional Matt Riddle, Thatcher fucking rebound, right? We get a Karrion Kross who killed it at Bloodsport. Remember,
CM
Karrion
Punk.
Kross called out Dave Bautista.
Yes.
Back.
Oh, shit, he did, didn't he?
Just throwing that in the air at Bloodsport. So, you know, that's a thing that can happen that has no weight on anything else in the world. Anything
What if-
that happens Underground is a different Marvel comic universe.
What
no
if this
impact.
is?
That's saying it, yes.
So
What if this is how we
here
get?
go. Shut up, bitch!
Go ahead, motherfucker. Fucking shit stain.
Jeez.
Go ahead, y'all. I forgot. Yeah, I lost my point because you out here.
So what's bumping tonight, gentlemen? Talk to me a minute. I'm gonna take this pin off of Lance
Here
Storm
we go with
now,
this fucking pin.
and now we're gonna discuss here. What is the best Storm or the greatest Storm in wrestling? Is it Lance? Tony, James, Texas Tornado, Hurricane, Helms, Typhoon. Give me your favorite or your best Storm in professional wrestling.
What about the one that we just had a few days ago that took my power off for 5 hours?
Yo, that sucks, man. My power was good. I had the anti-scratch.
Yeah,
Only 5
fuck you
hours?
too.
You son of a bitches.
5 hours.
Go ahead, yo. What you got? I got a couple.
Oh, I got one. Yeah. So obviously, I would love to tell you all, but sorry about your damn luck, etc. It's James motherfucking Storm. Like he is like one of my favorite cowboys of all time. Yeah, favorite straight cowboys of all time. He is like I love that dude. I think that he's great. And like even now, when I look back at some of his TNA stuff, it's amazing. Even now though, like you watch him out there, he don't give a fuck. It's just like I'm earning that anthem money. He just goes out there, he's like, I'm fucking on that anthem money. I don't care. Like I love him. I think he's great. That's my Storm.
Man, I just so unfortunate that he's not doing much now because of that NWA shutdown, man. But yeah, hell yeah. One of the Shooting the Ish alum. Thank you very much, James Storms, for participating. You can check that out in the archives. Talk to me, Pretty Chubby. Who you got?
I got Tony Storm.
Oh,
I like certain assets that she brings to the table. You know.
Sure. Yeah. Shout
Shout out to Juice Robinson, by the way. He might know.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Juice. From one juice to another. Yes.
You want to taste this juice just to see what? All right, yo, go ahead. Yo.
Man, old school. Talk to us a minute.
Gosh. Well, you know what? If I can be serious for a moment,
Ah, you piece of crap.
I will go with Lance. Just an all-around great worker, and like Val said, he's a straight shooter.
Do me a favor, and can you tell me where he's a graduate from? I keep forgetting.
Well, he was a graduate of the Dungeon. So not really. He was a graduate of the Hart's Brother Academy, which was supposedly a part of the Dungeon, which is located in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Yes. Thank you very
I heard from one dude who was in Winnipeg, but he was an idiot.
Yeah, I don't think he made it far.
Not at all. They call him a guitarist now.
I got one. How about talk about the ladies for a second? I see your Storms, you bunch of lazy bastards. I raise you Thunder.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
One of my favorite Storms. Another Shooting the Ish alum. And if we're gonna go down that route, there's also a Jushin Thunder Liger that deserves credit.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Who you got, Vic?
I got the right answer. So let me tell you all why you're all wrong. First of all, can y'all all take like one, move a little bit, just take one step back, just because there's a hurricane coming through. Dun, dun.
Yo,
Hurricane is the fucking
The thing
man.
is, you say the hurricane.
He took down the Scorpion King.
So you said the hurricane. I think the Hurricanes, you know, the champions. Do you guys see the Hurricanes when you were kids? Yeah, I don't know if it got over there. I don't know how big soccer was. But you know the Hurricanes.
I thought you meant the movie.
Nah, like there was a football team. It was like a whole thing, like a soccer team. Maybe it was British, but basically they were a team that were like made of like people from all over the world, kind of like Captain Planet, but a football team. And like the Indian kid didn't have any shoes, so he used to play barefoot. Like they didn't buy shoes for him, but yeah, every time the hurricane.
Damn, the Indian king.
He had to pull the Samoan style get up.
He's Matt Riddle. His feet get cold. That's what it is. His feet get cold.
His feet get cold.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Let's move on to some fun stuff, gentlemen. Fun stuff. We all remember that the lights went out this week, right? Pretty chubby. It was hard times. How many hours?
5.
Oh God. But there was some positive times that there were lights were off. Let's go back in time, or not too far back. Maybe some recent moments, if you can recall some times where we wish we had the blackout in the middle of the ring. I'm sorry, opposite of that. Times where the lights appeared, the lights turned off, and we turned it on. The best memories when the lights turned off. Is what I meant.
Best blackout moments?
Best blackout moments.
Yo, this time I was in the telly. Yo, they turned on the lights. Shit goes crazy.
And that's how you became a father, huh? Shout out to the bucket. Shout out to Mrs. Bucket in the corner.
It's like right there. Right behind you.
Yeah. Yo, hook me up with a little bucket when they come around, all right?
I heard you could only fill a little bucket, bitch.
Shout out to little buckets. And
the sand castles everywhere. We salute you.
Little buckets.
Little buckets tea coming soon.
Right.
Little buckets, handle with care.
Handle with care.
Get your merch coming soon.
Yo.
We gotta put that one on Pro Tees.
Yo.
So getting back to these moments, man, the best blackout moment that you can recall. There's a lot of superstars that can obviously coincide with this topic here. We got guys like Kane, Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, those kind of names. God, there's just so many. I guess shoot me out what you can think of. I'm gonna start it off. Let me go with the debut of The Fiend. Let's keep it recent. The Fiend's debut, nobody had seen him up to this point. But once we finally got that debut at SummerSlam, everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, it was a balance. It was gonna be wacky. It was gonna be cool. He hit a home run with that one. That was a hell of a moment with the lights came on back on.
Was it against Finn? Finn Balor, right?
Yeah, Finn Balor. That was the Finn Balor match. Demon versus no, not Demon, just regular Finn Balor.
Was it just the white?
Finn.
It was like Finn Balor all in white and stuff, wasn't it?
Yes.
Like, like the sacrifice, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was badass.
Yeah. Anybody else?
How the Brood bloodbaths?
Yes.
So every time
Top
the
10
lights went
favorite
out,
moment
it
in
came back
Attitude Era.
on, and it was a bloody mess.
Yo, I just see the
Murder.
Road
That shit was-
Dogg in the blood pool. Oh man. They always catch the women in the dresses too sometimes.
Hey.
That was That was a rough time. Huh?
Wait a minute.
Espérate, that's the wrong bloodbath.
Gangrel fanging and banging 24/7. He don't care, man. Like, it's like,
Banging and banging.
he don't care, man.
Yeah, at that point he was smashing Luna.
That
Talk
guy
about
was
extreme.
full menstrual.
Or was Luna bashing him?
Hey,
Depends on the lunar cycle.
That's believable at this point.
Depends if it's a blood moon or not. But I love coming on this show. No, like I do. Blackout moments. I'm just trying to think of other people. Like I was thinking for some reason about like when what was his name? Chris Canyon turned up out of the box to sing. With Taker, saying, "Do you really want to hurt me?" The Culture Club song. Yeah. Like, obviously that was a rib on him, and it was really fucked. But other than like Spanky turning up naked and running around the ring one time with Brian Kendrick, I'm sure he was naked. I'm sure he was streaking on SmackDown. I'm sure I saw that. I'm sure I saw his penis. Like, but it was blurred 'cause network TV. So like, but yeah, I just remember that. That was I blacked out in that moment.
Oh man.
You were the one that blacked out.
Yo, Vic, you remember we went to Final Battle?
Final Battle. I believe, let me do some quick research here. 2016, Final Battle. Broken Man Hardy. The lights come off them. I think the Bucks just finished their match. Broken Man Hardy comes out, challenges them to a ladder match for what was that pay-per-view called?
The one before Mania.
For Mania in Florida.
War of the Worlds? Was it War of the Worlds?
No. Oh, Super Card of Honor.
Super Card of Honor. Hell of a ladder match, first of all, but just the excitement in that hall, in the Hammerstein Ballroom, all those fans wilding out to see Broken Man Hardy come out. We thought he was going to be there at the arena, but hey, just the presence alone was going crazy. And then, other people were there too. But we'll get there, I guess.
Actually, I just thought of two awesome more blackout moments. So one of them is Eric Angle replacing Kurt Angle in his random matches.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Because that was always awesome. And then Jericho turning up in New Japan to beat the shit out of, was it Sonada? The Sonada one? Because I think that one wasn't expected. All the other ones were a bit like, yeah. And he turned up and he just beat the shit out of him. Blackout. And he just turns up every single time.
Nice.
And then, obviously, I think you're going to go for this one, the all-in one, because that one, fuck me. Like, that's the show that I got my brother to start watching, like, wrestling kind of again, because I was like, mate, you need to watch this with me. So he's like, what's Chris Jericho doing here? And I was like, exactly. And then we watched the Penis Druids match. So, everything was great.
What a night, baby.
What a night. I got my brother back into wrestling by showing him that and a Penis Druid. And he was like, I'm back, baby. I'm ready to watch again.
Productivity right there.
So
Listen.
I'll take it back 3 years ago to May 2017 to the War of the Worlds, where we were introduced to the newest member of the Bullet Club, the villain, Marty Scurll, replacing Adam Cole.
Oh man.
Every hero needs a villain, right?
I guess so. He's not the most popular of names these days, but yes, shout out to Marty Scurll.
Unfortunately.
I'll raise you Adam Cole's Bullet Club debut, which was also epic. When the lights come off, nobody really, they called it, the smart marks, we knew, but the fucking excitement was just fucking there. And it's like you said, man, you got him to watch it. You got him to watch wrestling again, but it's moments like that hooks people, man. Mischief, tell me about this terrible moment you're about to ruin right now.
There's only one moment, dog.
Oh no.
First of all, the best to ever do it was Taken in all its many iterations. Right?
Now tell me who do you have to describe a moment that will bite off and rip off Takers? Let me see.
A moment that was better. Right? The innovator. Right?
The innovator? What?
Is it a violent?
Mordecai.
Wow.
Shout out to Kevin Thorne.
Remember when Dustin Rhodes was 7 or some shit? Hit that shit. Whatever that was.
Oh my God.
Wait, you
Seven.
playing TNA? Dark
Seven.
Black Rain. Oh no, 7. I'm thinking about Black Rain.
Yeah, no, 7. Gold Dust.
Gold
Gold Dust was like, I ran out of gold dust, so now I got white shit. It came out in white shit. It was white dog shit.
Apparently, he
That
didn't
was the
appreciate it too
fucking
much.
gimmick.
He
That shit was-
didn't appreciate
Sting!
it.
God damn it, it was Sting!
It
Sting
was
play
Sting.
on the
Yeah.
fucking light work ever. Him
Which
popping up
one?
and surprising
Which
the NWO. Every hero needs a villain, but sometimes a villain needs a hero. And Sting was the hero to the NWO's villainy. And he fucking... That was my favorite. And you know what? He did it again when he came to the WWE for his ill-fated run to get destroyed by Triple H and the Turnbuckle.
Turnbuckle.
Remember the guys he fought for like for a couple of years against? They came out to save him, and then they didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
Well,
that made so much sense.
So much.
Well,
It's
they,
like
they couldn't let
WCW
Hogan come in. Hogan would have broken it. Hogan would have broken a hip. Nash would have broken a quad, and Scott would probably broken a bottle over someone's head. So like, it's probably not a good idea to get those 3 guys in at that point. Like,
Hank's the
shit.
only one that can still move and shit.
Yeah, and Nash is like, I ain't doing shit, mate.
He was about to talk down the ramp.
Fuck it. Not doing shit. For every moment that we memorized and we cherished and we praised, there was a moment that we didn't. There was a moment that we wished the lights actually did black out, and unfortunately they didn't. I, for one, want to start this round off and say, where was the blackout when Mae Young was in the ring at the Royal Rumble? And yeah, you missed your cue.
I think we were all thinking about Mae Young's tits for a second, and we don't want to.
What was that?
I wanted to make sure the bar was this low to see how bad we can get here. So let's.
That show, that particular Royal Rumble, is the reason why the WWE got fucked in the UK, because they showed Mae Young's tits and kids were watching. Yeah, like they made a big deal about this. It was in the middle of the night. They censored. They censored it though, but we didn't get the proper censoring. So there's a point, yeah. Like I recorded it, watched it the next day. They put this big black X on it, which I'm guessing was on the network. But there's a point where she's just running around, and I was like, "What is going on? What is happening?" I was like, "Why?" And the worst part about that was I was quite a red-blooded young boy, and so the rest of it I was quite down for. And I got to Mae Young, and I was like, ruined.
That was my favorite part.
There's nothing better than a classic.
Fine wine for mischief.
How about when Mark Henry became a lucky father himself?
Oh my God! Yes, she does it again.
Black out a moment. That was a moment they should have blacked out, and then they should have blacked out when he came back fucking 15 years later as a fucking adult hand. Fuck you.
Yes.
You know what? We always bitch about continuity in the WWE and long-term story booking, and they're booking that shit 15 years.
Yeah, they continuously book Mark Henry like shit. That's what they did his whole fucking career. God damn it. Yo, the Salmon jacket, like he should have had a fucking run with that jacket. Yo. He should have fucking had
World title
a title run.
Speaking of blackout, Pretty Chubby no longer blacked out.
Thank God.
Yeah. But yeah, we're out. Welcome back. We're on the topic of blackouts. When should we have had a blackout in the WWE or in any pro wrestling moment? It's my turn now, though, and as a year has passed since my surgery and my ankle that mischief has ruined. This so-called champion that can't keep a fucking worker safe. Piece of shit. But anyway,
How
I
did
want
the
to.
guy that took the bulldog, who was given the bulldog, end up injured?
Hey,
see
hey,
the
he didn't
bulldog.
keep me safe. He didn't keep me safe.
That's
It's a
your
two-way
fault,
street.
bitch.
It's a two-way street.
How
But
you gonna leg
furthermore,
drop yourself? You leg
furthermore,
drop yourself.
How did he psycho sit himself?
it's not like
He
I
leg
jumped off
dropping
the
no
top
leg
rope.
drop.
It's not like I jumped off the top rope and elbowed my own ankle. All right.
You're supposed to listen to the agents before you go out there.
Pay-per-view.
The rest is on you.
Shout out to Psycho Sid, my moment. He should have had a black.
I think that was your agent for the match.
When
He's like, go out there and break a leg, kid.
and that's exactly what I fucking did. To the fucking T. And you know when I fucking say to do some shit, I'm gonna
Break
do
a
it.
leg,
So
kid.
look at me. Look at
Yo,
me,
I
bro.
gotta say this.
I follow directions.
So Vic does this fucking bulldog off the wall over a table to me. He fucking breaks his leg. Stands up. There's a kid wilding out. He thought this shit was rude. Like, he got work, son. That kid got work. He got work. That shit was beautiful, son. I laid in the grass like I got fucking dicked. I was out. This motherfucker was here with a broken leg. He popped up and he was like, don't worry about it. Everything's cool. Because he fucking bulldogged me. And then he collapsed like a little bit.
Dead ass.
But-
Dead ass. I went over to
He
Mischief.
worked.
We ran over to Mischief to make sure he was okay. Cause
I thought he.
Because I sold, baby.
Yo, that
I know
shit
how to
looked-
sell, motherfucker. Everybody came and checked up on me.
Yo,
It
for
was
real.
like,
And then as the crowd dissipated, we turned around to find the villain laid out on the floor.
Yo, then I look
Meanwhile,
at
I'm
Vic.
like this. I'm
Then
like
I look
this.
at Vic.
like perpendicular to
Vic's
And
like-
my ankle's like this.
Vic's like, I can't feel my dick, and I broke my leg. And I'm like, Vic, just get up and tie your shoe, tie your sneaker tighter. Man up, get up. And he's like, but I can't feel my leg. I'm like, man the fuck up and retie your sneaker.
That shit look like black licorice, yo. That shit was like
It
this.
It was sad.
I was like, yo,
This
yeah,
shit was
man,
stank,
maybe
man.
the hospital's a good idea, yo. Just check it out.
I actually wanted to take the show, but we had to go to the hospital. But shout out to Synergy, baby. Doing big things. The GSI was a big success this year.
The winner of that year's GSI just got signed by the E.
Ooh,
Shout out to Anthony Green.
shout out to Anthony
Retro.
Green.
Okay. Shout out
Big
to Anthony
thing,
Green.
man. I mean, I'm assuming what is he gonna go into the performance center now with everybody?
I guess so. We're gonna see him in the crowd soon.
See him in the crowd, some Raw shows and shit. I bet I'll take that, man. Former GSI winner, guys. It's about that time. We have some heels, some pops, and some chair shots to count for. Mischief, since you're back, why don't you lead us this week? The heels.
Damn. He a little weak. The running joke is that I picked Chris Jericho every week. And you know what? It's no fucking difference. Right? Chris Jericho is tremendous. Week in and week out. First of all, this debate I thought was going to be fucking disaster. I was like, this is so corny. AEW is going to put something out that's going to be so whack. Like, because I'm just thinking about how WWE would have executed this, right? Like, what is that going to look like?
I didn't think it was going to be bad. Just the fact that MJF already did it, though, something like it, I thought it was going to be redundant.
So now that you said MJF, he's also up there because that fucking promo that he dropped this week.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Fuego.
this debate with Orange Cassidy was brilliant. And it shows you if you're a good worker, even verbally, you don't have to do it. Right? Orange Cassidy had one speech and then a final cut, right? Like he had a final cut where he really wrapped you in and he was like, yo, you wanted to make me look stupid. Like he looked the elephant in the room, right? Which is what this whole thing was, right? And if you keep kayfabe and shit, like you're trying to embarrass me, blah blah blah, but I'm gonna care this time. And there was, because he doesn't talk, he showed this passion and drive and all, and he was able to tell a story, and that was done, in my opinion, it had a lot to do with what Jericho did, right? His reactions, his attitude about the whole thing, like how he had it in the bag, and his own shit that he said to Orange Cassidy was fucking quite hilarious itself. So, but the way he put over Orange Cassidy in doing those things, right? He's like shitting on him. The first time Orange Cassidy opened his mouth, he's like, "What? Like, yo, what the fuck?" Like, it was just brilliant. Jericho's the heel of the week. God damn it, MJF is a close second, but that's who I got. And I got another inner circle to throw out there, but I'll let you guys go.
All right. Val, who do you hate this week?
It's not who I hate this week, but I think it's who wrestling Twitter hate this week. So fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it real brief. This is Brandy Rhodes. She is my heel of the week because, for various reasons, most of those reasons being hilarious linguistic reasons, but because of AEW heels, which...
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's very quickly talk about it, because obviously I've just come off Twitter, like, for you guys in this, ironically in this safe space here, to speak about something which is going on. It's fucked what happened. Without going into it in depth, because there's no use going into it too deep, is that Brandy Rhodes started... Yeah, it's what she said. So we talked about this just beforehand, and I'm going to read the message that she put out in reply to a fan that was asking her about the women's wrestling in AEW, and she said this. I'm going to read the tweet because she put it out there. "Oh, for love and lemons, my head is aching. This is not about women's wrestling. It's about community for the fans. Now stop droning on and on and on like that little dog barking next door in the dog day heat. Context is key. Reading is comprehension. And I... ... am bored." Cheeky face emoji. Now, you're supposed to be, number one, like someone that is leading the charge for women's wrestling within AEW, leading a charge for empowering women and bettering them, and you're dragging someone down that is one of your consumers. That's shitty. That is just shitty behavior from anyone, let alone someone that's the executive, a high-ranking executive of that company. Now, she has since, like literally before we went on air, she has deleted her Twitter, which is also a very shitty thing to do, because that shows that you're not taking responsibility for the words that you've put out there. If you're going to say it, stand by it. If you're not going to stand by it, apologize. But don't just run the fuck away, because the point is this would have been a moment, trial by fire, for her to show people that she is a strong leader. And I don't have any doubt that she isn't, and that she is a strong leader and that she's done good things. But there's a lot of stuff around this which has made people just on Twitter just go for her. And she's left Twitter now. There's nobody that should be celebrating that, like, because it's a shitty thing anyway. Someone else has been run off Twitter. Danhausen's just been run off Twitter for not similar, but for directed hate about him asking for money for some surgeries and for asking money for merch, because apparently that's shitty. Even though he's one of the most entertaining wrestlers out there. So my heel of the week will go to her, but with the caveat that this is all still developing, and it's not for us to sit here and go like, she was shitty, but she did a shitty thing. And she did a shitty thing to people that really look up to her. And there's a lot of people out there that still take a lot of inspiration, men and women, from the journey that she's gone through the struggles that she's actually had to go through. But monetizing those struggles and using them as a tool to garner sympathy, attention, or potentially build a brand, I feels a little bit shitty. So she's my heel of the week.
Bars on that, man. It's a crazy situation as well gonna develop, I hope, and I guess we'll find out the true results of what's gonna happen with that. Anybody else standing out?
There's so many.
There's a lot this week.
There's so many.
Now are we talking a storyline, or can we take it outside the realm of?
You can take it wherever you want, man. Anywhere you want. You know where I'm gonna take it? I'm gonna take it to NXT. Remember when Adam Cole used to main event?
Oh my god.
Me either. Me either. Fuck you, Pat McAfee.
Remember that time he got beat up by the guy from Special
And
Teams?
you're fucking all of a sudden push that you're gonna get now because Adam Cole's done doing everything in NXT, and now you deserve to fucking. Oh shit! This isn't Chair Shot of the Week. My bad. I thought it was Chair Shot of the Week. Nah, Pat McAfee did a great job being a heel this week on NXT. Kicks Adam Cole. They sold it perfectly. I think. I like the fact. Let's be honest here. Pat McAfee won awards, a career in this fake sport of the football, where the only man on the field that didn't get tackled, and he won awards for that. He was the best man on the field that never got tackled. We got it. We get it. Great, good. So I see why when he punts you sell and you just stay out cold and you act like it
Man,
hurt.
shut the fuck up, bitch. That shit was interesting as hell, yo. I want to see Pat McAfee put that little motherfucker.
Does it have
So
to
is
come
he
at
like-
Adam Cole's expense?
Yes,
Isn't he like the
main
George?
event.
Mischief just called
Is
him
he
a
like the George Bush of? I'm sorry, I was going to say, is he like the George Bush of the NFL? Like he was supposed to be playing and he never did, and he made some bullshit excuse to not be there. Like I don't understand. I didn't know that shit. Like you're telling me this is brand new information to me. I didn't know that he was a bullshit artist as well as a pretend football player.
Well, yeah, it's a talented individual. I tell you.
Multi-talented. He's got a podcast as well here. Like, but yeah. Now you know what? Yeah, that shit. I gotta agree with Mischief, man. That shit was, is interesting. We know it's a work here. We know it's all bullshit, but it's like the lengths that the WWE's going to. It's like, let's find some stars. Where the fuck's Gronk? Gronk ain't here. You know what, that
Gronk.
guy. Let's get him in. Let's get him and do some shit. Like,
So now, with all that being said, like we know this shit is like whatever. I'm into this. Like I think this is pretty good. I thought what they did on his show was really good. It was really passionate. It played well. Everyone fucking thought it was real. You won. That's a win, right? And now we have the storyline playing out. I think this is interesting because Pat McAfee is good at he's good at what he's doing.
Very well at getting people to hate him. Getting the heat drawn on him is very easy for him.
But do you guys think
go
this was a shoot turned into a work?
No,
Or has it always been a work?
This was a work from the beginning.
From the beginning?
This was the work. From
Yeah, they've been on watch-alongs together, right? Like those pay-per-view watch-along bullshits.
Mm-hmm.
And they've kind of like had exchanges. Like I feel like this has been like played. Like you know
Building
what I mean?
up.
It's a work.
Yeah.
You know what isn't a work? Another heel of the week that I'm gonna throw out there, Brian Cage.
Ah.
No, I'm gonna throw Brian Cage out as a heel of the week contender on a week where he wasn't even on TV, right? Was he on TV?
Nope.
I'll tell you what. Julian, played by Julian, right? Fucking all ego Ethan Page, played by Julian. Posts up that fans are sending his grandma letters and like shit to get autographed.
Fan mail and all that shit, yeah.
And shit, and like he just
Grandma?
posted on Twitter, and he's like, "Yeah, it's his grandma's house, dog. Like that shit is mad uncomfortable." He's like, "Yo, she has nothing to do with what I do. Like this is like fucked up. Like don't fucking
He's
do that
not
shit."
my manager. She does not walk
Right?
me to the ring.
Well, Brian Pillman has something to say about it, right?
Brian Pillman Jr. Let's clarify.
I mean, Brian Pillman Sr. is, he doesn't have a Twitter account. So,
You sure?
that dude's a fucking loose cannon. You don't know, man.
I still think that death was a work.
He could have a Mi Gente. He could have a Mi Gente page out
Wow.
Tupac's still in Cuba. I believe that shit.
there.
So,
Shout out to Loco Hookups.
is it loco or local? Because local hookups is
Depends which way you swipe.
No,
at it.
Loco.
Yes, it does, yeah. Brian Cage, right? So this story has nothing to do with Brian Cage. Which is why I was so Brian Pillman Jr. decides to write back to Ethan Page, and he's just like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah. Some motherfucker told me once upon a time that, like, you should be worried, basically, when people stop sending you fan mail. Right? And Ethan Page is like, to my motherfucking grandma's house? You fucking weirdo.
He's like, he goes, he's a little more detailed. He says, you don't worry about other people's belongings in the locker room.
You don't
How you
respect.
you don't respect. Yeah, you don't respect other people's belongings. How you gonna respect my family members, right? I think something like that.
Yeah, the safety. Yeah, some bullshit like that. So they're arguing over an energy.
So what
drink,
about
apparently.
Cage said?
Right? Pillman is like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take your energy drink, and my bad. I don't want to ruin my prospects with anybody, so I'm just being really PC. I'm sorry, right? Because Brian Pillman Jr., although he's always been pretty positive on the internet, just seemed very bubbly throughout this entire exchange, which I didn't find believable. Anyway, as they're doing this exchange, fucking Brian Cage responds on Twitter, ha ha ha, the fucking energy drink.
Oh yeah, that energy drink.
Just throwing gas.
I'm just gonna pour this here.
But this is like the most character work he's done since he's debuted for AEW.
Damn.
Like,
Okay. Yeah, but didn't you love when Taz was out there the other week and you got Taz and he's standing in front of Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. He was like, "Get the fuck in front of me! Get the fuck in front of me! People don't like this shit." And this was like, I loved that so much.
He must
see Taz because he's behind Brian Cage, who's like the size of 5 men. Like five.
This was Taz behind him.
Yeah, Brian Cage. FTW. Fuck him up.
That FTW bullshit is a chair shot. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Oh man.
I got one more, yo.
Alright.
Santana and Ortiz. Bam. There you go. How about
Santana and
that?
Ortiz.
I thought they did a really good job character-wise. Wrecking the van, and visually they did a good job. I don't know, like the way the camera was posed, like their destruction of the vehicle, like looked like it was a lot. They busted a couple windows, like they didn't fucking whatever, and then they spray painted. That's how you make it look like.
And they stole the tires. Don't forget about the tires.
They stole the tires.
Shit on Breeze Block.
They fucking stole the tires.
It ain't a W if you don't get the tires, man. You gotta get the tires.
But particularly when Ortiz threw the sledgehammer, I thought that shit was smooth as hell.
That was beautiful.
I was like, yeah, that's badass. Yo, they made that shit look badass as hell.
Okay. Speaking of badass, my pop of the week. Foul, you saw Raw. You saw it. Samoa Joe. Yo.
Oh,
shit. Got up and repped for his team and got in Seth Rollins' face and punked him. He said, "Hey, you not getting Tom Phillips. Not without going through me first." That shit, I popped to that shit. That was cool.
I popped for was one line when he said, he goes, "You don't have to worry about Todd laughing because I was laughing the loudest you've ever done seen at this table. So if you got anyone, you got a plan." I was like, that is like a baller move. That's a power move. That's like, you don't worry about him. Yeah, I'll fuck you up right now. Got no excuse. And I was like, and he's getting ready. We've got to ad break, and he's getting ready. I'm like, he's gonna go he's gonna go show Vince that he could do both things.
Well, that's what it was, right? Like the most believable promo came from the announcer. Wow. Like best promo on Raw.
Wow.
Oh God. Definitely Samoa Joe. Also, Eric Bischoff made a return to wrestling. If anybody didn't notice,
the bitch is back.
What really made me back the pop was that I think it was Shivani. As soon as he comes out, he goes, "Hey, the bitch is back." I just popped immediately. But it was great to have Eric Bischoff back, especially on TNT television after 20 years, man. It took me back a bit.
What about when Jericho was like, he was mad at Bischoff and he goes, "And that's why I haven't talked to you in 20 years. And Eric Bischoff goes, 24 years.
It's like 24 years. I know exactly how you feel.
That was funny. I popped for that. That shit was my pop of the week. That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
chair shots, guys?
Ay, Dios mío.
Who's getting that chair shot? Like Spears gave to Cody.
You know what? Yeah, like a lot of people, like, it was good, but Zack Ryder's debut, like, because I can't pronounce his surname. I'm really sorry. I don't know if it's Carbonara or like I'm gonna get it wrong. Whatever happens, and like, no disrespect to him because I've got a fucked up real name, but like he's never gonna be able to pronounce it right, so that's fine. But like, I can't. And like, he came out, it all just seemed a bit weird. Like, he looked great. He looked fucking ripped. Yeah, he looked like fantastic. Like, that dude, like, you know, looked amazing, but it just felt a bit weird. Like the match was really good from the Dark Order side. The Dark Order did fantastically. Reynolds and Silver was so good, but yeah, he needs a bit of work, maybe. I don't know. There was just something felt off about him.
Get rid of that finish. I don't want to see the leg lariat anymore.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need. I don't think anything that ties you back to that character that you yourself feel is not worthy of your time or not.
The name is Radio Silence for it now, right? It wasn't that like the name of his theme song or something back in the day? It had something to do with radio.
Yeah. On
So
radio,
like,
yeah. I'm trying to learn it for a potential upcoming. Anyway, yeah, like, so. See, no, but you know what's weird about it is he's like a really good wrestler and he's a really good character worker as well. And they just gave him nothing to work with. He comes out, well, actually, no, that's a lie. They gave him a shitload of pyro, like a shitload of pyro. Man came out and he saw more pyro in the space of 30 seconds than he's seen in 3 years in the WWE. You can see it. He was like, shit, man, they've got a budget.
He thought it was Dallas all over again.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
man.
comes out, he's like, it's not main event. That's fucking WrestleMania to him, shit, man. I'm like,
Thanks.
Who
Gentlemen.
gets a chair shot that didn't know where the fuck they were, if it was in Dallas or somewhere else? Motherfucking Sammy Guevara hitting Matt Hardy in the face with that
Yo,
chair.
Jesus.
That
That was literally a fucking chair shot heard around the world.
Damn.
This. At first, everyone swore that they saw the tube, that fucking like a blood tube, like fake blood or whatever. But yo, this motherfucker got a hole across his
He
forehead.
had a slash, yeah. It was like a slash.
That was the
across his
piece of
forehead.
skin that flew, not no tube.
Yo,
I was
big
like,
chunk.
he bladed hard, man. I was like, he bladed hard. He went deep there, and it's only afterwards that people are like, nah. I was like, oh shit, man, yeah, what was up?
Yo,
that chair
I'm
came hot, boy. Yo, fucking Sammy Guevara launched it.
I'm gonna give you my chair shot of the week. Fuck you, Mischief. My chair shot of the week goes to the ending of that Baszler and Bailey match. When Asuka came out and attacked Bailey. No, it was Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks. And Asuka comes out and attacks Bailey. And it ends in a no contest. What's up with that?
I just think maybe they didn't want to. You don't want to devalue Shayna Baszler's name with a finish, with an actual finish, and you can't have Baszler go over on Sasha right away. Sasha just won those straps, and they're literally working with Sasha, so you got to keep both of them up, and that's the cheap way that they do it.
Well, why don't you just have Asuka attack Banks, or find a way to to get the DQ?
She attacked Bailey, right?
She attacked Bailey, and Bailey wasn't even in the match. Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah.
And they called the bell.
I think they're all doing the Will Smith thing and doing this whole entanglement thing with the storyline.
Why? Because we're in August?
Yeah, it's in August, so it makes sense. So it's just a clusterfuck of shit. But before
this guy brought Will Smith into the podcast.
Listen, all I know is that I have no time for it. In fact, there's not much time at all. But before we go away, Foul, you've been working on some stuff, man. I know you got your handles. You want to get off to the people. Do me a favor. You've been busy yourself with Unplugged and stuff like that. Why don't you talk to us about that for a little bit? Plug that for us and give us your handles. Shit. Yeah, man. Talk to us.
No, thanks, guys. Like, so over the past few months, so very briefly, in January, Fal quit his job. And then in February, the world decided to end. And
Fuck
then
you, Fal.
I was, yeah, so that is this year. So I quit my job. I was like, fuck that shit. I didn't get the promotion and I was out. So then I was fending for myself. During this time in the wilderness, I've gone and done loads of really weird, random shit. I started singing. I did some video edits. You can go check them out on my Patreon. Random video edits of stuff which you guys are liking. Everyone seems to like them. But, you know, just like Jericho, which now there's a segue in. Just like Jericho, I'm a man of many talents, and I was been doing some singing and stuff recently and playing some guitar. I did a version of Judas by Fozzy, just a really, really slight version, and Jericho seemed to like it. He retweeted it out, called me a 70s singer-songwriter, so I decided for the next 5 days I was going to record an EP. So every single day I put out, and I was like, fuck it. So every single day I put out a different acoustic version of a wrestler's theme tune. Got 5 tracks done. Every single morning I woke up and recorded them, put them out on Twitter. They have now been bundled into Foul Unplugged Wrestling with Coffee Volume 1, which will be available in which will be available with 6-track EP. It's going to be available on Spotify, all the different places. So wherever you guys get your digital downloads and stuff and streaming services, be available on there. Hopefully in the next few days. It'll be on Spotify and stuff first. But if you want to get a copy now, you can go to my Patreon, $1 tiers, patreon.com/FalOriginal. Go check that out. And I've got like some extra artwork and stuff for the Patreons, which I did because I was like doing it. And you get like a nice little MP3 package zip file that I've produced. And then not just that, because obviously that would just be me being not greedy with trying to take everything. So also I'm doing video edits and they are coming soon. So there's video edits for a series I was doing about aces and eights. So it's the history of aces and eights starting from the beginning. They're going to be split up into month by month. So the first 2 months are out, and it's going all the way back to the beginning of the aces and eights and taking us all the way to the future. Episodes are about 6 or 7 minutes. Quite digestible. And yeah, if you want to support, go check out Patreon. And if you want to feed me, then you can go to my PayPal because I'm hungry. But I'm back in a job soon. And yeah, it's been a really, really weird few months. I mean, this past month, especially and I wanted to say this, especially all the love I've just generally got from the wrestling community. I put a message out when it was my birthday, and a lot of people that I didn't expect to wish me happy birthday, they did. And when I say I didn't expect, shout out to Sean Ross Sapp, who didn't have to, and he did, and that was really nice of him. Virtual Basement, who fucking shouted me out on my birthday. WrestleMania did it as well, because he's a really nice person. And Fact 5 from YouTube, all these people that I've kind of spoken to before and haven't had a chance to zip back to. And that was really nice. And then obviously when I said I got the job, everyone went, what job? I think they all expected I was getting a wrestling-based job, and they were all very disappointed. But but no, it's been really, really cool. And I this next month. So obviously now in August, I start my new job in September 7th. Luckily it's working remotely, so I don't have to get off my fat ass. It can continue to expand, and I can continue to do this stuff because obviously I might not be able to do the late nights, but I will try. But you can go and check that stuff out at faloriginal.com. Not my job, because I won't put that out. That's insane. It's very late here in the UK. faloriginal.com. And you can also go to @fal_original on Twitter. If you go to my Instagram, I've got all songs and random video edits on there and stuff as well. But yeah, it's interesting, the stuff that I've been able to do over the past just 3 months, I would say, have blown me away. Some of the interactions I had with wrestlers, the major thing has been that I didn't really ever have any kind of confidence with my singing or music whatsoever. You have to understand this. So any kind of praise that I was getting, I did not believe it. It took a fucking Chris Jericho to say, this is all right, and then for his guitarist Rich Ward to compliment me on it as well and say thank you for covering our song. which has given me the confidence to then spend the next 5 days and go, fuck it, I'm just going to put this stuff out. I don't care. I guess the single from the album would be my version of Metalingus, which everyone, I'm guessing, became very moist after listening to. Exactly.
Funny word.
Yeah, I love moist, but but I think that was one of the songs, and that was actually kind of because last year, actually earlier on this year's been fucking long. Earlier on this year, I retweeted out the gospel singer from Revolution. You know that gospel singer? I can't remember her name now, but I retweeted that, and Jericho saw my tweet. And the next song she was going to do was Metalingus, and I've always wanted to do it. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go out. That was supposed to be the last day. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this. It's going to be the kind of song which people are going to like, or they're not going to like, or they're going to laugh, because I get a lot of laughter normally. So I was like, they're going to laugh. And there was not laughter, there was gasps. Shit, there was gasps. I was surprised. I was shocked. I put my cat eyes in and everything, and there was gasps. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you to everyone for that, because this particular month that happened in the middle of the month, it really pushed me to, number one, want to do more, and number two, kind of like remember where I came from, because I haven't gone anywhere. It's like I haven't ascended up into anything. I'm still the same fucking idiot foul, yeah. And the point is, I wanted people to know that, and I wanted to be able to speak to people, because it's come with a kind of people thought I went up my own ass or something, and I'm like, no, I'm still the same dickhead. I'm still up my own ass here, but this time Jericho says it's okay, so like, so that's fine, I guess. But no, like it's been really weird, and now I'm starting to do more music, so I'm gonna put another album out real fucking soon. Just waiting for this one to go through, and that will be covers of songs from like my. See, actually, you guys are getting the exclusive on this, I guess. There will be songs from like Mean a Lot to Me. So like Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. What else is in there? There's a whole list of different songs, but those are the kind of songs that I want to bring. So it'll be another 5 or 6 track EP. I'm just waiting for this one to come through, so I know how long it takes.
All right.
But yeah,
you busy, man. You getting your work on, and you doing your thing, man. Keep rocking. Yo, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. Appreciate the time. Yo, the man's doing it so damn late out there, man.
Yo, for real.
God bless you, bro.
Well,
Appreciate
you guys.
all the time.
Thank you guys.
And that's all the time we got for you, because Pretty Chubby about to tell y'all what y'all can do to show the bad guys some love. Pretty Chubby, talk to him 1 minute.
Check us out on Twitter, IG, Facebook, HPC2Sweet. And look us up on YouTube, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. Give us that like, subscribe, and drop a little comment. You know, give us a little 5-star rating, like I gave Trent's mom Sue's a little 5. Ya tú sabes, Vanita Rara con Totones ahí por ahí.
10 count, so 10 toes. Bye.
Cody, I won't waste your time and talk you up a bunch here. We've all bear witness to the greatness that runs through your blood and legendary career. What bothers me is where your focus lies. So you think this is cute, right? Get a bunch of indie talents over, let them come on the show, let them get their shine. I like it. Everyone thinks you're a hero. Now let's be honest here. That nice, shiny, undone title you wear won't be dropped to just anybody. We all love your indie friends, Cody, but the reality is the real competition is just lurking backstage. In fact, the real competition has been left off television for far too long. See, and there's one thing that my client doesn't like, is to be pushed aside. See this land of opportunity, Scam? It's all a mere distraction of the fact that my client is the serious threat to that TNT title ring. That's right, Cody. You know very well the management behind Spears, and that fact is the fuel that feeds your fear. and the source of your doubt. Cause you know damn well that Tully knows a thing or two about handling the roads.
Okay, Charlie.
Cody, this is what I do, baby. This ain't no check-in from 8 to 11 and then disappear until next week. No, this is all day, 24/7, no days off. I make sure I do whatever it takes so that my client will get his chance at redemption. So what's it gonna be, Cody? You gonna accept this perfect challenge? We'll be waiting.